In this video, I'm going to show you how to update the rosters in Madden 25 so that you have all of the free agent moves, all of the rookies, and everything else you can need to start next season. Now, for many of you, you don't want to buy Madden every single year. I usually do this video every year because some people buy the game every other year, every couple years, but you still want to update the rosters, mainly for people that like to play franchise mode and things like that. If the roster is the only reason that you get the game every year, you don't necessarily have to buy the new game because due to community files, you can download updated rosters that are pretty accurate. This means you'll have Travis Hunter on the Jags, Cam Ward on the Titans, and more. You'll have all of the big free agent moves, all of the trades that took place in the offseason, and everything you need. Now, this year, they kind of changed the community file system, and it's honestly, from what I found, a lot more difficult to find good rosters than it has been in years past. The past 10 or so years, it was super easy. You could just search for updated rosters, and you would have multiple to choose from. You could tell which ones were good and which ones weren't by their ratings and their downloads. But the way the system is set up this year, for some reason, I had to download like 20 different files before I found one that was even good. I don't know what they did with the system. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I have found ways on both Xbox and on PlayStation for you to get some good rosters so that you can start your new franchises right now. And if you are new to the channel and you never want to miss out on any helpful videos like this, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on because I'm always dropping helpful tips like this every single year. So what you're going to want to do at the home screen, we're going to start with the Xbox first. You're going to go down to Creation Center, and then you're going to click on Download Center. It is the first option. So once you click on that, it's going to load in. What you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to tab over to the Rosters section with the RB button just like this. And obviously there's other things you can download too. If you somehow never knew about this, you can download updated draft classes for next year. You can download custom playbooks and custom teams, of course, with Team Builder. But we're going to rosters. Now, a lot of the rosters that they're going to have here, are going to be ones you don't want. They're going to be very specific rosters, and even ones that'll say they're updated for next year. I find a lot of them aren't actually updated for whatever reason. So what you're going to want to do is hit the Y button to pull up the search. Again, this is on Xbox right now. I'll go over what to do for PlayStation in a minute. We're going to select search by keywords, which is the first option already highlighted. And what you're going to want to type in, this is what I found works the best. You're going to want to type in Madden 26 updated, like so, and then the last word is going to be draft. So it's going to be one long word, no spaces, Madden 26 updated draft, and then you're going to search. Now it's going to pull up a few different files. Now this is the one that I downloaded right here. It's going to be by the user. His name is Austin something. Shout out to him. This one I found to be pretty accurate. So then you're going to click on this. You're going to click download. It's going to take a second to download. Wait for everything to clear. You don't want to back out too early because sometimes that can corrupt things. You're going to want to back out of all of this now. Hit the B button back all the way out to the main menu. And then we're going to stay in the Creation Center. Now we're going to go all the way over to load/delete files. This is very important. This is something a lot of people miss and they wonder why the rosters aren't working. So once we pull that up, we're going to hit the RB button to go over to rosters, and then we're going to want to click on the file that we downloaded. So I had already downloaded this one, some time ago. We're going to want to click that, and we're going to want to load that file, because if you don't load the file, it's going to have the default roster there. Now, once we've loaded that, we can go now and check the roster. We'll go back and we can go over to edit rosters and just kind of see. Now, there may be some things you got to fix up. It might not be 100% perfect, but here we can see, like, obviously Derek Carr hasn't been dropped yet, so you might want to go in and drop Derek Carr because he's since retired, things like that. You got Tyler Shuck, the rookie, is there on the team. You've got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He was like a free agent pickup. You've got Devin Neal, the rookie, right? So we can go over, some other teams. That's my Saints there. We go over to the Titans. We can see we've got Cam Ward. We'll go over to the Jags, and we'll see where Hunter is. Is he a receiver? It looks like they probably have him as a corner. So you might want to put him at receiver because it seems like he's probably going to play more receiver in the NFL, so you could see that he's there. Again, you may have to go around and tinker with some things. For example, I think on the Browns, I think Shador is the wrong number, and he's number 2, so you'd want to switch him to 12. Maybe you want to pick a different face scan that suits him a little better, right? You might have to go in and tweak some things, but all of the hard groundwork is done. All of the rookies are added, all of the free agents are there. You see the Seahawks have Cooper Kupp. The Seahawks have Jalen Milroe, right? all the hard work has been done, the creating of all these different players, the moving around of players. You may have to go double check some numbers. You might want to swap some faces, maybe even some equipment, you know, kind of swag the guys up a little bit if that's something you like doing. Really quickly before we continue, I do want to quickly shout out today's video sponsor, Underdog. If you like sports and you like winning money, then you should check out Underdog's Pick'em game. Basically, all you do is pick higher or lower on player stats, and if they hit, you can win some big money. And if you use my code RAY at sign up, RAY, they'll give you up to $1,000 in bonus credit on your first deposit, and they'll give you a free play to start with to help you win some money, so check it out. Now, a secondary thing you can do, whether you're on Xbox or PlayStation, I'm going to give you an actual good PlayStation file in a second, but another thing you could do if you want to try to find, you know, some other files that may be more to your liking, if you want to look around a few, the thing that I found works the best, you might have to download a few before you find a good one, but if you search by keywords, you can simply also type in just Madden 26 draft. Now, if you type in Madden 26 draft, you should have a decent amount of files. Now, again, you may have to download a few. Some of them aren't going to be complete. Some of them are going to be kind of just the first round and that's it. You know, some people kind of just get a little lazy with it. But if you type in Madden 26 draft, you will find at least one good file in here on either system. You just have to maybe download a few before you get there. But I gave you a one that I think is pretty solid for you to check out. But if you want to try to find one that maybe is slightly better, maybe slightly more up to date, slightly more accurate, that is what I would type in to try to find, you know, the best results. For PlayStation, what you're going to want to do, I don't have a PlayStation, but I did look this up. There's a YouTuber who goes by the name It's Vic. He does rosters every year, I believe, and he has some of the better rosters, I believe, but he's a PlayStation guy, so we don't get those rosters on Xbox. However, if you're a PlayStation player, you can get his rosters by simply doing the same method. You're going to want to go to Creation Center. You're going to want to go to the Download Center. In fact, here, I'll just kind of show you what that looks like. So you're in the Download Center, you'll press the triangle button on your system to pull up the search. Now, for the PlayStation 5 file, we're going to actually go down and search by username instead of keywords, because we're going to actually search by his username. He made a video on this some weeks back, so if you just happen to miss that video, but you're catching this one, I'm going to show you, you know, what he did for, you know, to get his file. So you're going to want to type in his username, which is, this is the way he typed it in. It was capital F. I don't know if you have to do it that way, but that's how he did it. And his username on PlayStation is Frosted Vic with 2 Ks. So that is what it's going to look like. You're going to type that in on PlayStation. Now, this isn't going to work on Xbox because he doesn't have any file on Xbox, but this is what it will look like if you're searching on PlayStation, and then his should be the only one that pops up because you're searching by his username, and his will probably be pretty accurate. You probably won't have to make too many changes on his, to be honest with you, and you'll have a really good file to do all of your franchise stuff, your offline stuff, if you want to just do play now. Obviously, if you want to go in and switch equipment and things like that just to your own personal liking, of course you can do that, but you will have a really good roster to start with. Now, we also got the new College Football 26 game coming soon, and if you want to know about the latest and what's happening with that game, make sure to check out this video right here on the screen.